Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are done with your lunch and you're ready for the session. I would keep it small, swift, and focused on the content so that you don't sleep here during the session. If at all it gets boring, somebody can raise the hand and I'll fast track that. I thought we'll start with the topic around AI. Now you see, AI is something which is not an option; it is a necessity. Have seen yesterday a lot of initiatives being unthreaded by Mr. Amit Shah, and then they were focused on chatbots, focused on agentic and stuff like that. So we are moving into a fast pace of adapting AI, and now moving to create bots, moving to create assist. Now AI is creating AI. Robots are creating robots. We'll talk about that a little bit as well. So if robots are or making robots, then what are we doing, right? A simple example: uh, you can tell a robot to guard a gate and become a security guard, but where does he needs to stand for how long, and what should be the profile of the people that he should allow in, and the profile of the people he should not allow? That is what humans will decide. So humans will focus on the vision. Humans will focus on strategies, innovation and creativity. That is not going to go anywhere, and that is where our focus essentially has to be. Bring AI to solve the repetitive, mundane work which is not meant for human intelligence. Anything which can be automated, where you don't have to use your brain and keep repeating it, you don't have to do it. Human brains are meant for better work. What is the readiness of any organization for AI? You need to have data that can be trusted, a governance which is automated, and access that is simplified. Gone are those days when you need access to a database and you need to wait for 3 months because there are 7 people who need to approve and 5 of them are on leave. With that, my name is Devashish Sharma. I'm heading products and engineering for RightData. RightData is a close to 10-year-old organization, not a startup anymore. Sorry if there's a spoiler for that. We have been into the industry focusing on data products, data governance, and data observability. We will touch base a little bit on each of them. From the product suite, first one is the data market. Data market is a data democratization use case which offers internal data marketplace. You get access to the data that exists in your organization and you didn't know about it so far. You get data catalog, which takes care of your metadata management and stuff like that. Then data virtualization, where you don't have to make copies and the copies of the data. Data can stay where it is, and then you virtualize that for the consumption as the need of your use case, as you want to implement and from your own requirements perspective. Then federated data governance. Now, data governance is not a new term, right? Everybody has heard of data governance in the past, but centralized data governance is the old term. Don't bring one organization who is going to slow down the progress of the organization by bringing centralized data governance. The time is to bring federated data governance where everybody is responsible for their own data governance. Data governance is an enabler, is not something who's going to stop the progress of the organization. Next up is data trust. Data trust runs on data reliability use case, essentially focused on data reconciliation, data validation, integrity, audits, and data automation. Test data automation is something which is a challenge, and many of you would agree that organizations who are doing manual testing, they can only scratch the surface, because when you are doing manual testing, you would only do sampling of the data. You cannot go to the petabytes of the data that we are creating on a daily basis. Third is RightSight, which is our latest data observability tool. Works on 3 simple principles. Number one is augmented data quality, meaning that you can have a quality dashboard that caters to the overall organization at the enterprise level. As a stakeholder, I do not need to go to individual teams and ask for their data quality and understand what there is. And there is an army of PMOs who are working together to collect all the data in the spreadsheet, convert that into Jazzy, what do you call, charts, and then submit that to the stakeholder. By the time it is at the table of a stakeholder, it is already staled. And then the third one is the metadata observability. Metadata observability is, many of you guys are aware of, data is not manufactured at one factory. So it comes from any upstreams, it goes to any other downstreams. Whenever it is coming, and then the upstream changed, and that happens a lot, right? SBI is sending data to corporate banks to and add another column, and those guys will only realize when they are not fetching or seeing that column in their systems for last 3 months. How is RightData's solution fits into a larger scale of the agriculture solutions, where we can see at multiple places, like including from the accurate and the complete trustworthy data. Now you will find data. We are data rich organization. Today I was in a session where we were talking about data, and then talking about there is a absolute awareness of the data. There are a lot of data creation factories, so to say, in small houses. And what essentially happen is that you cannot still trust that data because it is manually fed, or it has been fed in a way where it is not been understandable as is. So bring that trust into the data. Cognitive data products are nothing but intelligent data products. You don't have to copy data from one place to another. Like I was giving an example before, there is a data in a bank which is in a state of Gujarat, in a village, and then there is another bank in a state of Tamil Nadu in a village, and there's another bank in Arunachal Pradesh in a state. Don't try to boil the ocean and bring that together and make a big data lake or data ocean, whatever you want to call it, and eventually try to search what you're searching for. That is where you're losing the data as a content. All right, I'm looking at the timer and it looks like it is already over. The next up is the data privacy management. Gives you an opportunity to discover the data, catalog it, bring data lineage on top of it, apply data masking on it, auto-classify it. Don't have to sit down and do manually classify this. Bring policy management, and finally, risk dashboards. And these dashboards are not just plain reports. These are insights which are actionable. You can work on it and then drill down to it. With that, I'm going to show you a glimpse of the data democratization use case. Now, this is the dashboard where you will see all the data products you have created, and it is not just for view purpose. You can dive in, search for it, gives you a capability of searching what you're looking for as a keyword search. There is semantic search where you can bring business context to it if you are not from technology team, or there is another knowledge graph based search where you are exploring data, gives you an opportunity to explore the data you're interested in, and it keep moving in that direction. I'm going to fast track that a little bit. Now we are talking about, when you're talking about getting access to the data, and then you have data being published. Now, if I'm interested in that data product, what I would do is go discover, find out who all are there. AI generated content is there. And then when I'm going to get access to that data, it will tell me that this is masked and these are the masking techniques being applied. And then if I am interested in, I'll have to give a business justification to the owner of the data to get this access to it. Once this is created and the access has been requested, that user finally gets the access to the data. How do you make AI rule from the agent, which are already been created through the agent? So this is an example where you have a database. You're trying to create an AI analytics. For this, you need to configure an AI agent. You go here, metadata extraction is already done, review is already done, it is available for you. You select whether you want to use reusable rules or you want to use the AI recommended rules. Once you select and execute that, and you set the threshold, I'm going to skip that a little bit. Once you execute that, in fraction of seconds. If you see, this is what is the speed we are talking about. Writing a rule, say, takes 4 to 5 hours if you are writing that manually, because you need to validate that. By using this, we have created 202 rules in few seconds, and that has been created for your AI intelligence. You can look at the dashboard and understand which rule is being waiting for your approval, how that rule is being created. Is that a manual rule? Is that a reusable rule? Or is that AI generated rule? Now we are getting into the data quality dashboard. Real quick, we'll get to the specific dashboard. I said you can look at from the organization level, select as many departments you want to, select as many sources you want to. When you do that, you get an overall dashboard in front of you. You can drill down and understand to each specifics of what data parameters you are interested in, how many active rules are there, and then start your journey of further getting into the trends of the data, how that has been improving, the rules have been executing, and how has that been taken care in your organization over a span of time. With that, I'll end my session. Time is up, and thank you so much. You've been absolutely great audience. If you need more information, please feel free to reach out to us. We are on AC1. My name is Devashish. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, sir. That was a wonderful presentation. Can we have a round of applause again for sir? Great. We'll start with the next thing right after this. We have ScaNxt, who will be presenting on BhuParikshak.
Very good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm Rajat Vardhan. So we are basically building up IoT-powered organization which is using AIML as a necessary tool to bring up our innovations. So what we are basically a team of a bunch of people coming from diverse background of agriculture and technology. Almost all of our engineering team comes from IIT Kanpur, coming from different courses of BTech, MTech, and PhDs. And then we have people from Indian Institute of Remote Sensing and many graduates and postgraduates from different agriculture universities from across the country. We believe that only a balanced team of people can solve out the deep-rooted challenges related to, giving valuable information to farmers. At the same time, we have been supported by one of the finest mentors from the country, coming from, again, diverse backgrounds and area of expertise. This is the dashboard which we have. So as on date, while I speak to you, we almost 65,000 farmers from 24 states are using the technology which we have developed. And we have exported our technology to 6 countries in last financial year. And it looks like that this year we should be closing in 10 plus countries. I would like to take your time to only focus majorly on BhuParikshak, which is a smart soil testing technology, which we have developed in partnership with IIT Kanpur. This works on NIR spectroscopy, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. And what does it do? It is able to provide soil testing results in various parameters in a very quick succession, and it provides information in a very quick succession, and that too in the most affordable manner. As on date, BhuParikshak stands to be the most affordable soil testing solution available globally. And from there, we are going to bring multiple solutions. So we have also got a pest detection technology, which is patented for 11 countries. And then what we have done, we are able to integrate GIS into the systems. So imagine for a branch trying to approve some credit line to farmers, if they are able to get pinpointed plot level, village level intelligence on various parameter of soil health. What kind of delta difference it can bring in the life of farmers, wherein somebody who is more conscious about taking care of their soil health, or a village which has a much better soil health score, those farmers should be getting a better credit line support over and above those villages wherein soil health is not taken care properly. While we do this, we also provide a completely controlled platform access to our partners, wherein they can just see the trends of before after results and what has been adopted by farmers. We also check different localized weather parameters, and with this we analyze what kind of support a farmer would be requiring. While we do that, we provide this information in 22 languages, 18 Indian languages and 4 overseas languages. Our business model is very, very diverse. While on one side we operate with VLEs and we work with the farmer cooperatives in Africa, we also operate with a lot of agriculture input output players and a lot of research based organizations. And very interestingly, which will give a lot of confidence to multiple entrepreneurs trying to look into this space, we have been able to have get almost 28% of our revenues coming from SaaS part of the business. These are a couple of other IPs which we are working on. So this year we are going to file almost 6 patents, and that is what is very important to do in order to get that advantage for Made in Bharat technologies, trying to play a very important role in the global IoT market space. So this stands for around a $25 billion opportunity, and we see that we are very well poised to create a deep mark across this market, and this is fastly growing. And I'm very glad to share that as on date, we have got leads from almost all continents from across the globe. We ourselves have decided to focus majorly on Africa and Southeast Asia in this stage of our growth. In case of competitive landscape, we see that our competition truly lies with what is being provided by Netherlands and German-based organizations, and without any doubt, they are spending a lot of money on doing groundbreaking research. But we are also very well determined to make sure that what we bring out from us should have a global acceptance and global recognition. At the same time, for our next technology, which is a pest detection monitoring technology, we also see that the technology competition lies in Austria, Singapore, and Canada. And we see that this is actually a very fastly growing space wherein we are able to do our contribution by ensuring that what we bring to the table for customer has to be highly affordable and has to be repeatable in nature. And for farmers, it should be very, very easy to operate, and it should really give value to them. While we do business, it becomes of it is of imperative importance that are you able to really do some impact in terms of environment as well as social aspect of it. I'm very, very happy to report that a report which is about to come publicly, which talks about our work on the ground by ICR NIAP. It says that those farmers who have adopted our technology, they have been able to increase their yield by 12 and 13% respectively, and only by investing 200 rupees in one season, that means around 400 rupees in 2 seasons, they are able to increase their yield by 10,000 rupees per acre. And that is very, very significant. That means that as we go forward, as we start to penetrate more of such IoTs, intelligent solutions in the hinterland across the nook and corner of the Bharat, the chances are very good that it is going to increase the income of farmers. We have been growing very fast, and we aim to become almost a 100 crore company in next 5 years of the time with a very respectable PAT. And I'm glad to report that we have been supported by SIDBI. SIDBI has chosen us to be one of the deep tech startups for their investment. And I think we are very close to announce our pre-series A in next 2 to 3 months of the time. While we have been doing work over here, we are supported by Gates. Gates has chosen us to be one of the startups to be supported by their programs, and with their support, we are penetrating into African continent. We are in active discussions with couple of state governments to scale up the work we are doing, and I think we are poised to do that. We are also part of Operation Donagiri by Department of Science and Technology to take our systems to next stages as far as GIS-based intelligent dashboarding is concerned for multiple stakeholders. So while I speak today, I'm very, very glad to share with you that our work has been reported in very positive light by local, national, and overseas media time and again. And we work with one of the biggest players in the industry, and these are a couple of the logos which you can see all by yourself. And this list is actually growing very fast with each passing quarter. So that's all from my side. I'm very thankful for this opportunity once again. Thank you.
I think we can have a minute for questions.
Sir, currently we are able to cater to 8 parameters: nitrogen, available form of nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, organic carbon, clay, CEC, pH and EC has also been added. And just to share with all of you over here, we are already in a stage to launch the next version of our technology, which will cover rest of the parameters. सर, आपका बहुत अच्छा प्रश्न है। तो अगर आप भारत की मिट्टी को देखेंगे तो भारत की मिट्टी में माइक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट के अलावा मैक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट की भी बहुत डीपर समस्या है, ऑर्गेनिक कार्बन की समस्या बहुत गहरी है। और हमने ये समझा कि हमें ये काम स्टेज वाइज करना है, और अगले साल हम लोग अपना जो एक नेक्स्ट वर्जन लेके आ रहे हैं, उसके तहत हम माइक्रो सेकेंडरी पैरामीटर्स को भी ऐड कर रहे हैं सर। और उसके बाद भी जो मिट्टी के जाँच की जो रिपोर्ट है, वो 100 रुपये के अंडर में लाना हमारा लक्ष्य है। Sir, we are not going to use chemical reagents. We are doing our internal work in the labs of IIT Kanpur, and we see that we might need to go beyond NIR. We might have to capture MIR, and we might have to integrate one additional technology to ensure that micro and secondary parameters are also added. Sir, what we do is whenever we do any sort of test, we basically एडवाइजरी इंटीग्रेट करके देते हैं लोकल भाषाओं में, 18 भाषाओं में, जैसा मैंने आपको बताया। Sir, thank you for the question. So currently, yes, currently it is satellite based, but my aeronautical division is working on it. And we see that in the time to come, we are going to launch our own UAVs in multiple payload segment, and they will be in addition to what we'll use through GIS. Yes, sir. So you see, sir, as on date with the satellite, we are able to have almost 95% of the cadastral maps of the country, and but they are at the village boundary level. So if you have to go to plot level, we have to only use drones, and we have to use it in multiple scenarios at multiple speeds, so as to ensure that we are able to capture. But I firmly believe that along with the UAV, you need to have a hardware supported, this has to be supported by ground truthing exercise. Only then the repeatedly valuable information will be able to communicate to the farmers as well as to the stakeholders. Sir, we are actively flying our UAVs.
For rural lending.
So, good afternoon, all. Myself, Jay Patel, managing the product and tech at PropLegit. So, currently, what we have identified into the agri lending, the challenges faced by the mainly the banks and the NBFCs is mainly their like pre-disbursement cycle is around 7 to 15 days. So, what we are eyeing to bring down those between the, we can say, depending upon the scenarios, to 10 days to maximum to the 24 to 48 hours. So by showcasing our product, what we are providing them is the end-to-end digital journey on our platform. So for that, we do have the different services which will help the banks and the NBFC to reduce their TAT and expediting that loan disbursement within the quick succession of the like 24 to 48 hours. So I will just like to show our platform. So here is the dashboard of our application. Here you see how many application has been received on our platform. We do have a different option for adding the applications. For like adding the single application, bulk application, even by the only the property documents, we can able to generate the application through our AI ML models. As a part of creating the application, we just simply required 4 details from the applicant, who is the applicant or owner of that particular property, along with the depending upon the state, what are the required like district, taluka, village, or a survey number. After creating that application, you will be just redirect to our dashboard where the application has been created here. Within the 5 minutes, you will get the initial property verification report, which will show you the ownership verification. If there is any kind of encumbrance or litigation has been there, you will able to see that in our report. So banks or NBFC can just quickly take a go no go decisions within a 5 to 10 minutes whether they want to move further for the application for the next stage, which is the maybe the title clear or chain history for that particular property. So here you see there is a one of the sample use case where we have provided the initial verification report. Along with that, whatever the documents we have referred from the government side, that also has been attached into this one. Also, we do offer the digital title clear certificate as well. So over there, what we are doing, we are providing our digital platform to the banks and NBFC. If they want to manage the title clear certificates from their M-panel lawyer, otherwise they can opt in for our services as well, where we do provide our digital title clear certificates as well. And whatever the journey we are providing, that has been aligned with the RBI framework. So here you can see before disbursement as well, we provide if there is any kind of early warning signals are there, we are providing as a part of the report. Also, we are eyeing to the borrowers as well. This is not all about the B2B side, but what we are eyeing to the borrower side, if borrower wants to opt our services and if they are going for any kind of a collateral or a non-collateral loan on their property, what we provide the property eligibility report. So here you see the report on your screen, where it's clearly showing the property verification, property address, what is the ownership chain of that particular property. Onto the right side you will see the what are the ongoing litigation or encumbrance on that particular property. Along with that, we do provide the fair market value of that particular property. In this scenario, you see the loan eligibility is lower because of there are already 2 ongoing loans has been taken on that particular property. If how it will helpful to the banks or maybe the NBFC. So whenever the borrower will going with that particular report, what they can ask to the bank, they can just simply scan this QR code, and they can verify whatever the documents we have considered for the preparing this report. So mainly that will help the banks to re-verify whatever the documents or a further like title clear they require the documents. If you all can just bring your phone, and maybe you can scan the QR code from here, so you will have a better idea how our backend systems are working and how this is helpful to the banks for verifying and checking those documents. So by scanning this, you will see some list of the documents which has been taken into the consideration for preparing these reports. And you will see at the bottom there will be a verify now button as well. So what that will do, that will automatically fetch the latest status of those documents, because there might be chances if this report has been generated maybe the few days back as well. So bank can simply click on that button and they can take the real time status of those documents as well. And after that we do so currently no banks or maybe some of the banks or NBFC are doing, but we do provide the after a post mortgage service as well, where we are tracking the property onto the government and the public platform, which also align with the like EWS and the RFA framework of the RBI. So for that I will just quickly show you the one of the use case which clearly shows this is the same case for what we have shown you the IPVR report. This is the kind of a one Sarkari monthly use case where they have disbursed the loan into the June 2006. Here you can see they have given the loan to particularly this Nagin Bhai, who is the owner at that time. And the total amount is around 7 lakhs in that particular property. After taking the loan, what happened? That particular person has already sold that property. So how our monitoring system will help the banks and NBFC to reduce their NPA or maybe align with the RBI framework. Here you see onto the August 7, 2024. There is one public notice has been issued into the newspaper. So this is the early warning signal of that particularly case. There might be they have get the notification, real-time notification, and they can take the action on that particularly. So this is the early warning signs. After that also in some of the states we do have a process of if any transaction has been executed, that will be temporarily registered onto the SRO. So here you see another EWS has been generated from our system for notifying to the banks. There might be another sales transaction is going to be happen. And after that, that sales transaction converted into the permanent transaction. So here you see onto the 9th of November, that sales transaction has been executed and accepted into the SRO. And after that, still we are monitoring those properties unless and until that Jut Sahkari Mandri's loan has been closed. So till date you see there is another EWS has been issued because they have borrowed the loan from some another banks as well. So this is all about our end-to-end digital loan journey cycle, where currently the bank has a like process of 7 to 10 days, but help of our digital solution, they can bring this down within the maybe the depending upon the use cases on the same day or maximum a day or two for disbursing the loans. And after disbursing the loan, they can monitor those property on our platform for the RBI framework, and also the reducing the NPAs through the banks. So hopefully this will, and thanks for the opportunity. If you have any questions, maybe you can visit our booth at the AD6. So
Thank you so much, sir. Next up, we have a presentation from ProB Products on machinery in the modern food industry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nagaraja from ProB Products, Bangalore. We are into manufacturing of food processing machines for coconuts, fruit and vegetables, and oil seeds. And we are majorly into coconut processing machines, and we have started our industry way back about 15 years. Being India is the third largest coconut growing country in the world, it has got a lot of coconut production, but it's not value added. Other countries which are lesser than production wise, they are very much higher, at least 30 to 40 years than us actually. Using coconut, one can produce more than 100 value addition products, whereas in India only we reached about nearly 10 products, which are only coconut powder and few oils. Seeing this opportunity, we studied the market and visited over ahead in validation around the globe, like Indonesia, Philippines. We made it indigenous and we developed our own machines using our machine building technology. We have presently about 30 variety machines to value add the coconut. One can produce like virgin coconut oil from wet coconut, which has got very good medicinal value like lauric acid, which is not available anywhere on the earth naturally, apart from mother's breast milk. Then coconut chips, desiccated coconut powder processing machines, coconut flakes, tender coconut processing machines. These are the main products validation which has got huge potential value present in market. As well as coming to oil seed expellers, with one oil expeller you can extract more than 10 variety oils in one single expeller, which is very much useful for SHEs, FPOs, and any cottage industries, as well as corporate industries also can go for the bigger production. Apart from that, fruit and vegetables, we have washing units as well as dehydratation machines, which are very much useful for validation, which can go in for finishing in the post-harvesting season. Yeah, these are the products one can take out using our machines. First one is virgin coconut oil, coconut chips, then copra oils, and coconut milk. Coconut milk is the alternate for the any soya milk which is going for a vegan purpose, vegan milk. Now it is a trendy product. It is going to expand in more than 100x per year, it is as per the recent surveys. And a tender coconut processing machine, one can size it and shape it. You can reduce nearly 50% of the weight, and you can export it or you can preserve it for a month. And other products are coconut powder and coconut flakes. This also can be having a shelf life of 1 year. And whereas when people get very less price, they can valuate it and at least twice the income farmer can get. And apart from that, we have multi-seed oil expellers who can produce the major oils. Apart from that, any other oil seeds can be expelled in this machine. Then these are the dehydrated products. That is, our dehydrates can be used for making dehydrated products like fruits, vegetables, herbs, meat, coconut. These are the machines what we can value add for our whatever we explained earlier. These are a variety of machines, more than 30 variety machines we are manufacturing. These are the major clients we have supplied. We are giving the machine from cottage to corporate. One who can do it at cottage level as well as corporate level. And we have supplied our machine to nearly 20 current countries around the globe. And these are a few countries what we listed below down. And this is a brief activity video, but we can...
Coconut plays a significant role in the agrarian economy of India. Apart from the importance of copra and coconut oil, which is widely used in manufacture of coconut processed products such as virgin coconut oil, coconut chips, coconut milk, desiccated coconut powder, coconut flakes, and many more. The sector was facing many challenges by adopting traditional methods to process coconuts. To eliminate existing limitations, Probi Products has introduced easily operable, cost-saving, and low-maintenance coconut and food processing machines for the domestic and export markets since 2007. Probi manufactures and integrates various coconut and food processing machines. Major equipment used in processing lines are coconut dehusker, coconut desheller, coconut testar remover, coconut pulverizer, coconut slicer, coconut milk expeller, virgin coconut oil press, multipurpose food dehydrator, coconut sap processing machine, tender coconut punch and cutter, tender coconut trimming machine, and many more. Creating reliable, secure, and stable technology solutions for clients is Probi Products' main area of focus. By incorporating innovative technologies, Probi provides the best machines and achieves complete client satisfaction. In addition, our expert team thoroughly checks quality parameters at every stage of production. Hot air dryers and multipurpose food dehydrators have been introduced for high productivity and quality processing. To improve the food preservation technique for quality and reduce wastage of horticulture and food products. Strong export growth for the manufacture of processing machines was fueled by the production of various products made from coconuts. Probi is currently exporting its processing machines to more than 14 countries with strong demand and positive customer feedback.
Hi, I'm Nagaraja, founder of Probi Products. From the year 2007, we are manufacturing various types of coconut and processing machines. We have supplied our machines to various locations of India as well as exported to 14 plus countries around the globe. You can contact us for coconut and food processing machines requirement.
All products manufactured at Probi are ISO certified. We strive to deliver exceptional products and services that meet the unique needs of our clients. By delivering the best service for 15 years, we have had more than 1,000 happy customers and 2,000 plus installations of machines with great feedback from customers. Discover the cutting-edge solutions from Probi Products that revolutionize coconut and food processing. Maximize efficiency, quality, and productivity with our advanced machinery and innovative technology. Take your processing capabilities to the next level and elevate your business. Probi. Contact us for more information.
Thank you. Any questions I can take? Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful presentation. Next up is Modern Village Foundation Anonymous Ground Vehicle for Precision Agriculture.
Okay, Jai Hind, I'm Commander Varun Agrawal. I'm a naval veteran and I am co-founder of Modern Village Foundation. And with me is Commander Ashutosh. He's looking after the tech part and I'm looking after the operations part. Just to brief about the company, the purpose of our company is to deliver deep tech solutions in rural India. Through a phygital model, that is a physical and a digital model. So that's what we are doing, to deliver these solutions. So just to give you a brief context, कि ये काम क्यों करना है और क्यों important है, तो हमारे देश की क्या हालत है अभी इस टाइम, खेती बाड़ी में जो टेक्नोलॉजी है वो 2% से कम इन्फ्यूज़ हुई है, डिस्पाइट हैविंग सो मैनी इंस्टीट्यूट्स, सो मैनी टेक्नोलॉजी सेंटर्स. जो हमारे देश की ईल्ड है वो 50% से भी कम है. जो हमारा किसान आजकल उगा रहा है, प्रोडक्टिविटी इज़ वेरी लो एज कम्पेयर टू ग्लोबल एवरेज. Soil health is very poor. Our soil organic carbon has already come less than 0.5 now. Whatever testing we are doing, we are getting a report of 0.3, 0.4. It used to be around 1 plus at the time of independence. And we have loss of the groundwater is going to be scarce for us in our agriculture belt by 2030. And we all know about the adverse weather conditions. So with this as a context, what we are doing is, the problem statement is how to get the technology delivered to the rural India, to the last user. So that's what we are doing. Both of us are naval veterans, about 26 years in the Indian Navy, and thereafter we have done our MBAs. I have done from IIM Indore, Ashutosh has done from ISB Hyderabad. And what we are presently engaged is to innovate and deliver technology solutions. Today I will talk more about the autonomous ground vehicle, what we are building, which is integrated with satellite technology. So that is the last focus area, precision agriculture through satellite crop monitoring. We are using multispectral image analysis and the hyperspectral imagery analysis. So what happens in the variable rate application? इसको मैं आपको थोड़ा समझाना चाहूँगा तो आपको उस vehicle के बारे में समझ में आएगा कि हमें multispectral imagery से ऐसी imagery मिलती है, जो लेफ्ट साइड में पिक्चर है आपको वो नाइट्रोजन फर्टिलाइजेशन मैप दिख रहा है, राइट साइड में पोटेशियम एंड फॉस्फोरस फर्टिलाइजेशन मैप है. अब हम जब भी खेतों का मेजरमेंट करते हैं तो हमें ये पता लगता है कि खेत में सब जगह पर यूरिया डालने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. इसी तरह से सभी जगह पर पोटेशियम और फॉस्फोरस डालने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. This what we do is something known as modeling of soil, and we use satellite tech in that. After we get the fertility areas, so there is a difference between fertility and productivity. Fertility हमें soil testing से मिलती है, उसके ऊपर अगर हम एक्शन करेंगे तो प्रोडक्टिविटी इंक्रीज होगा. तो ये दोनों में अंतर जानना बहुत ज़रूरी है. तो हम जब सैटेलाइट से एक फर्टिलिटी मैप निकालते हैं तो कॉमन फर्टिलिटी के एरियाज मिल जाते हैं हमें, फिर वहाँ से हम फिजिकल सैंपल उठाते हैं और उसका हम फिजिकल रेजेंट बेस्ड केमिकल टेस्टिंग करते हैं. दुनिया में कोई भी टेक्नोलॉजी ऐसी नहीं है जो मिट्टी के सारे मैक्रो माइक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट्स EC pH आपको रिमोट से दे दे. Whether it is spectroscopy, whether it is multispectral, nothing can give you. We have to do a physical testing. In the physical testing also, out of 6 macro, we only get 3 NPK. We are still struggling to get the other 3 macronutrients, CAMGS, to get the results. Whatever it is, we are able to get about 12 parameters, which helps us to guide the farmer, this thing. Now, when I say variable rate application, मेरे को खेत में ये मैप तो मिल गया, अब मैं इसको स्प्रे कैसे करूँगा? मैं किसान को तो लैट लॉन्ग लेके भेज नहीं सकता या GPS पोजीशन. So then what we are doing is we are designing an AGV. So this is what we are building. So finally what we want, the space satellite map should get integrated with an AGV and with drone finally. Drone और UAV is a non-starter in our context because वो बहुत महंगा होता है, किसान उसको अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकता है. तो हम लोग AGV के ऊपर जा रहे हैं. अब AGV के ऊपर क्यों जा रहे हैं? क्योंकि उसको हमने इस तरह से डिज़ाइन किया है कि उसकी जो विड्थ है उसको हम 1.5 से 5 फीट तक ले जाएं, उसकी जो हाइट है उसको 3 से 5 फीट तक ले जाएं ताकि वो सारी क्रॉप्स में यूज़ हो जाए. That is our whole purpose of making this AGV. So that will be the final product. So we started from scratch. I'll show you a small video. We started the whole study from scratch, both for the software and the hardware. Now it is very important to integrate the software and the hardware because on my AGV I want lot of features. मैं चाहता हूँ कि उससे किसान सोइंग भी कर ले, उसी से किसान अपने खेत का प्रिपरेशन भी कर ले और उससे स्प्रे भी कर दे. तो उसके ऊपर हमने 5-6 महीने लगाए, इसको पूरा एनालिसिस किया और फाइनली जाके हमने आपको एक ये मैं छोटा सा वीडियो दिखाता हूँ. ओके, जो राइट साइड में जो मैप चल रहा था वो सॉफ्टवेयर इंटीग्रेटेड सैटेलाइट मैप था, जिसमें जो कलर्स होते हैं हमारे पास 5 कलर्स में सैटेलाइट से इमेजरी आती है. जो सबसे डार्क ग्रीन कलर है वहाँ पे नाइट्रोजन सफिशिएंट है, मुझे नाइट्रोजन का वहाँ स्प्रे नहीं करना है। जो डार्केस्ट रेड है वहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा कमी है, तो मेरा जो फ्लो मीटर होगा उसको मैं ऐसे डिज़ाइन करूँगा कि जहाँ रेड होगा वहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा मिलीलीटर पर सेकेंड स्प्रे होगा। तो ये जो इंटीग्रेशन है हार्डवेयर सॉफ्टवेयर का, वो पिछली वीडियो में आपने देखा, and that is what we are doing. So different satellite imagery what we are getting, we should be able to implement that in the farmer's field. That is the whole idea. And we are shifting to hyperspectral imagery now, which is going to give us further better capability. And how we are doing it, see, the farmer advisory is a very difficult thing to do. मुझे अगर किसान को एडवाइजरी देना है तो उसका मुझे क्रॉप का सारा जो लेखा जोखा है वो ऑनबोर्ड करना पड़ेगा, उसका मैप प्लॉट करना पड़ेगा, उसकी क्रॉप उसके फील्ड में क्या क्या लगा हुआ है, कौन सी वैरायटी लगी है, तभी मैं उसको एडवाइजरी दे पाऊंगा. सो दैट इज व्हाट वी आर डूइंग. वी आर ऑनबोर्डिंग अ फार्मर थ्रू आवर टेक प्लेटफॉर्म, and then after we do that, do the satellite imagery, then we do his soil testing, and then we do the advisory part. That is why the physical and the digital model is very important. So this is the farmer onboarding. We get to see his farm on our satellite, और एक बार उसका फार्म हमारे सैटेलाइट इमेजरी पे आ जाता है, उसके खेत में क्या उग रहा है हमको पता लग जाता है. Then we are able to do his soil testing and then give him a crop monitoring through satellite and a physical advice. So this is what we are doing. Just a brief. So this is our center in Indore, and just to wind up, we are short on time, so we got the best rural startup award in IIT Indore this year, and I am open for any questions if you have. Yeah. So we are able to do it. See, land is not an issue. Only issue comes when we have a multiple crop in a land. तो अगर छोटा किसान है जनरली वो 1 एकड़ में 3-4 चीज़ें लगा देता है. हमारी जो ऑनबोर्डिंग है वो किसान के हिसाब से नहीं होती है, ऑनबोर्डिंग क्रॉप के हिसाब से होती है. तो सपोज 2 एकड़ का लैंड है, उसमें अगर 3 क्रॉप लगी हैं तो ठीक है, तो आधा बीघा भी, आधा एकड़ भी हम मैप करके और उसमें वेरिएबल स्प्रे कर सकते हैं. लेकिन अगर उसी आधे बीघे में 3-4 तरह की क्रॉप है तो फिर थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होता है. वो हो जाएगा. यस 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 यस, दैट इज द होल एम. 3 मीटर रिजोल्यूशन एक्यूरेसी पे हम इसको स्प्रे कर रहे हैं. जो हमारी इमेजरी है वो 3 मीटर रिजोल्यूशन की है. सो दैट इज अ चैलेंजिंग थिंग टू डू.
Target the red ones as far as possible, the yellow ones then next, and so on. It can't be exactly like that because in the real world the distribution or the deficiency of nutrients may be randomly distributed, but we are trying to optimize that problem, and so on a 1 acre land that can be done.
Yeah. Any other question? Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful presentation. Next up is Recordent Advanced Risk Assessment.
Okay, hi, I'm Manish Ghosal. I am representing Recordent. I head the products at Recordent. We are a 6-year-old company that is into the business of helping MSMEs solve one of the major problems that they face when they are on the path to growth, which is the late payment challenge. Just to give a little bit of context, we have about 7.16 crore registered MSMEs in the country, and about 10.7 lakh crore rupees is actually stuck as late payments, right? And if you just see the Samadhan portal, right, MSMEs there are about 2.16 lakh cases which are actually not addressed yet. And the problem becomes more adverse when you see the gross NPA. The gross NPA ratio is 4%. And when we talk about the agriculture industry, it is actually more than 6% in the country, the gross NPA. Now, this is very alarming because as compared to most other countries, this is really, really high as far as the agriculture is concerned. And just to give an idea, right, so as of 31st Jan, and in the past 3 years, it's only because of the late payment challenges and the problems that a lot of MSMEs face in managing their accounts receivable effectively, more than 30,000 companies have actually had to shut down, right? So as we dive deeper, we understand that there are several factors that actually contribute to these late payment problems. A lot of factors are not controllable, but then there are certain controllable factors. And of those, we found that there are three, we try to bucket across three major areas. One is right before MSMEs extend credit. The second is right after they extend credit. And the third is the data that flows between before extending credit and after extending credit. How do you utilize that to monitor the credit risk continuously, right? So one of the things as a country, as a culture, over a period of time that we see is that, a lot of credit risk assessment that happens, especially for MSMEs and including agriculture as an industry, we are not data driven, right? We depend on a lot of informal ways of assessing credit, trying to get to know in the market, iska reputation kaisa hai, should we do business with them or not? And we do not follow any thorough mechanisms. And most of the intelligence that we get, they're actually shallow information, right? Because a same MSME as a customer might have a very good payment behavior with one supplier vis-a-vis a very alarming payment behavior with other supplier, right? So as such, this is very informal. And what happens once you start extending credit? Now, even after extending credit, one of the other challenges is there is a lot of inefficiency as far as the systems are concerned, the processes are concerned, the tools that they use just to manage their AR. And I'm not talking about large enterprises. I'm specifically talking about these 7.16 crore MSMEs, right? Of which, of course, there are the top 10% who use systems today, but then a lot of them do not use effective processes, effective systems, and reduce the inefficiencies that they have, right? And most of the time, most entrepreneurs, they face a dilemma, whether they should chase collections or whether they should chase the growth, right? So that is another problem. And lastly, what happens when, let's say, they've extended credit after whatever assessment they've done, right? And they see, do they really monitor their own customers? A customer who might have had a very good payment behavior, let's say 4 quarters ago, is the same customer having a good payment behavior 2 quarters ago? Are they having the same payment behavior today? Or are their business metrics showing a different picture? Right? Do we use our own data plus the data that is available through various publicly available sources to actually understand whether the decisions that we are making are informed? So we realized that these are the three problems, and that's when we came up with a solution. Right? For MSMEs, we have built an end-to-end credit collections and credit risk management solution. So as you can see, it starts right from the credit check point of view, where even before you onboard a customer, you can do a lot of credit assessment. There are a host of solutions, and I'll slowly take you through them. And then once you get that, there are systems through which you can monitor AR structure, streamline your AR processes. And after that, you can always take a look at the recovery, right? For example, you've extended credit, but then you've not been able to recover payments. So how do you manage that? Right? There are solutions for that. And lastly, the analytics, right? So let's get into it. So when it comes to advanced credit risk assessment, right? So there are two major types of customers that any enterprises might have. And even with agri enterprises, you might have a B2C customer, a B2B customer. Now, when it comes to B2C customer, there is always a credit bureau data which is available for a lot of B2C customers, for anybody who has taken a credit line, a loan, etc. Right? For them, credit bureau reports are available, which all of us know. But then there are a lot of other data parameters which are available that actually indicate how their financial behavior is, how their let's say employment behavior, if they're an employee employment behavior is, how their aggregated digital footprint is. Or there are a host of solutions through which you can actually get more information pointers to understand how an individual whether an individual is credit worthy or not. Secondly, when it comes to businesses, right, while there is a lot of information again from the bureau that we get, we are ourselves a partner of Equifax Bureau, we get to that information, but then there's also information which is available through the GST portals, through various other publicly available sources, MCA portals, GST portals, entity court cases, all of this which is publicly available and something that you can access. Right, but very few people know about it. So we aggregate that information and give you a realistic picture of the companies who you are extending credit to, whether they are credit worthy or not. Right. Let me just go a little further to explain this part of the solution, which is very essential as far as lot of businesses in the agri field who are trying to aggregate FPOs on one end, aggregate and get lenders on the other end, trying to get FPOs access to lending and all of it. Right. So let's imagine there are, these are the FPOs and these are the lenders. These are the FPOs and these are the lenders. So once a lender lends money to the FPO, they can use that engine to automate a lot of their collection cycle, right from payment reminders to ledgers to credit limit metering, while there's a free access that all the other players get, which is the FPOs get, through which they can actually create more visibility for the lenders on their payment patterns, payment behaviors, etc. Right? So as a system, we help in AR monitoring for both the parties. Right? It's accounts receivable plus accounts payable. Moving further, right, when it comes to payment recovery, we have standard solutions which are fully automated. We serve 22,000 plus PIN codes. Everything is sent at the click of 3 buttons. Digital notices, so that anybody who is owing you any money, you can send warning notices, legal notices, and all of it. But most importantly, for the agri segment, right, and I'll also come to cash flow analytics later, but what we have is the risk arc solution. Now, one of the things, so we were in a very interesting meeting with the RBI 4 weeks ago, right? One of the things that we've proposed to them is, while in India we have a lot of credit bureaus, we don't have a B2B payment bureau. Right, so a person, I might have a very good credit behavior. I might pay my credit card bills on time, but whether I pay my suppliers on time, there's no bureau who does that. And we want to build this out and create micro bureaus for every segment, for agriculture segment, for manufacturing, and whatnot. Now the idea is, if this is something, if all the lenders, they start ensuring that at the time of lending, their buyers, their borrowers integrate their AR data into the engine, right? The engine takes care of sending reminders. The engine takes care of analyzing the AR data. And it gives a realistic picture whether your borrowers will be able to pay on time or not. How are borrowers going to benefit? The borrowers will have access to this engine, which actually they can use to also automate their own collections process with all the other customers they have, right? So it is an engine sitting at the center, Recordent engine sitting at the center, which helps borrowers improve their collections, which in turn helps lenders get a more certainty at getting their cash flows, right? Getting their payments on time. So essentially, it helps the companies, it helps the lenders, it helps the borrowers improve their cash flows and reduce the risk in the system, right? So this is what we've built, and we are currently in a phase where we are trying to work it out in the RBI regulatory sandbox. We are getting an entry into that, so we can test it out with multiple banks. And in fact, we've had very interesting conversation with a few banks, and we'd like to see if we can extend this, and especially in the agri sector, right? There are a lot of lenders who are actually working with FPOs, and there are a lot of aggregators as such who are trying to, champion this cause. So for them, this is a very apt solution. I was just trying to contextualize it. We are short of time, but then I just end up with this slide, just talking about us. We are a 6-year-old company. We cater to 11,500 plus customers, and we have a lot of data on our platform. We have 16,000 plus crores of invoices, about more than 1.12 lakh businesses. So we are trying to build that registry of sorts through which we can create that B2B payments bureau and create micro bureaus so that the entire seller-buyer relationships become more credit-worthy, right? And we are Recordent. If there's anything, we can always connect back. So I'll stop here and I'll take questions if there are any. Yes, please.
For
farmers, we have a satellite picture.
Yeah.
Able to give the productivity of the land.
Correct.
That is how much of the yield he will get at the end of the cycle.
Hmm.
And with that, we can actually give a credit worthiness to the farmer.
Okay.
So we have been trying to integrate this model with all the lenders.
Okay.
Like for example, we had a meeting with N&T Finance, which is launching a product known as working capital to farmers.
Got it.
Now we are not able to give working capital to the farmers.
Correct.
So in your system, can we have that integration, because our satellite picture is giving us the entire.
Absolutely. So we've also actually worked with FSDA in Maharashtra, right? And we tried to build a micro bureau for 50 plus FSDA members over there. So similarly, if you have a model, you have data, right? So what is more important for making an assessment foolproof is more information pointers, which can give a informed picture, right? So any information about field productivity, farmer productivity, and anything, right? All of that is an additional data pointer which we can amalgamate with other data pointers we have, and that can actually benefit lenders, borrowers, the farmers, everybody. So I would definitely want to connect with you and understand this further. Anything else? Any other questions? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks.